Imagine discovering a place so extraordinary that if it truly existed, it would rewrite everything we know about ancient civilization. A city said to possess astonishing technology, unimaginable wealth, and engineering so advanced that even today it feels almost impossible. A civilization that ruled the seas, inspired countless legends, and then, according to the story, vanished beneath the waves in a single catastrophic day. For more than 2,000 years, people have searched for it. Explorers have crossed oceans. Archaeologists have excavated forgotten coastlines. Divers have descended into the deepest waters of the Mediterranean and Atlantic. Satellites have scanned deserts. Scientists have analyzed underwater formations. Entire books, documentaries, and even governments have devoted attention to one question that refuses to disappear. Where is Atlantis? Most people think they already know the story. A magnificent island sank into the sea because its people became arrogant, and that was the end. But hidden beneath the famous legend is a detail that almost nobody talks about. A strange secret not beneath the ocean, but within the story itself. The mystery isn't simply whether Atlantis existed. The real mystery is why the description of Atlantis is so incredibly detailed. If it was only a fictional tale, why does it include measurements, canals, harbors, mountain ranges, agricultural systems, mineral resources, military organization, trade networks, and even precise engineering? Why does the account read less like mythology and more like the blueprint of a functioning civilization? That question has puzzled historians for centuries. Because myths usually leave room for imagination. They describe heroes, monsters, and impossible adventures. They rarely explain how water reaches farmland or how ships enter a harbor. They don't calculate dimensions or describe infrastructure with such remarkable precision. Atlantis does, and that's exactly what makes it different. The legend begins in ancient Greece, yet its influence stretches across almost every era of human history. Every generation has interpreted Atlantis through its own beliefs. Philosophers saw it as a lesson about morality. Explorers saw it as a lost continent waiting to be found. Mystics imagined it as the birthplace of hidden wisdom. Scientists searched for geological explanations. Even today, artificial intelligence creates breathtaking images of its towering temples and circular canals, keeping the legend alive for millions of new viewers every year. But despite thousands of theories, one overlooked clue keeps resurfacing, a clue hiding in plain sight. To understand why, we need to forget almost everything popular culture has taught us about Atlantis. Forget the glowing crystal towers. Forget futuristic machines. Forget underwater palaces guarded by mysterious sea creatures. None of those ideas appear in the oldest surviving account. Instead, the original story paints a picture that is surprisingly practical. It describes farmers harvesting enormous fertile plains, engineers constructing canals that transported goods across the island, craftsmen extracting rare metals from the surrounding mountains, merchants filling busy ports with ships arriving from distant lands. This wasn't presented as a fantasy kingdom. It was presented as a civilization. And perhaps that's why the legend has survived for over 23 centuries. Unlike many ancient myths, Atlantis doesn't merely entertain. It feels believable enough that every generation wonders whether someone, somewhere, might eventually discover the missing evidence.
What's even stranger is that every major discovery beneath the ocean seems to revive the search all over again. Whenever archaeologists uncover an ancient submerged city, whenever divers find mysterious ruins, whenever satellites reveal unusual land formations, the same question immediately returns. Could this finally be Atlantis? But each discovery creates an even bigger mystery. The more we learn about ancient civilizations, the more capable they appear to have been. Stone monuments once believed impossible are now understood through remarkable engineering. Ancient trade routes turned out to span thousands of kilometers. Massive cities existed long before historians thought they should have. Entire civilizations have been rediscovered after being forgotten for centuries. History keeps surprising us, which makes Atlantis increasingly difficult to dismiss entirely. Not because we have proof that it existed, but because history has repeatedly shown that human civilization is far older, more connected, and more sophisticated than earlier generations imagined. And that changes everything. Because maybe the biggest mistake isn't believing Atlantis existed. Maybe the biggest mistake is asking the wrong question. Instead of asking where Atlantis is, perhaps we should ask why Plato chose to describe it the way he did. Why did he spend so much effort explaining its geography? Why describe enormous canals instead of mythical weapons? Why explain city planning instead of magical powers? Why focus on engineering instead of miracles? The answers may reveal a secret far more fascinating than the location of Atlantis itself. A secret hiding inside one of history's most famous stories. And once you notice it, the legend begins to look completely different. Long before Atlantis became the world's greatest mystery, before treasure hunters, before conspiracy theories, before underwater expeditions, before Hollywood transformed it into a fantasy kingdom, there was only one man who told the story. A philosopher whose words would shape Western civilization forever. And understanding what he actually wrote may be the key to unlocking the strange secret that has remained hidden in Atlantis all along. Long before Atlantis became the world's greatest mystery, before treasure hunters, before conspiracy theories, before underwater expeditions, before Hollywood transformed it into a fantasy kingdom, there was only one man who told the story. A philosopher whose words would shape Western civilization forever. And understanding what he actually wrote may be the key to unlocking the strange secret that has remained hidden in Atlantis all along.
According to Plato, Atlantis lay beyond the Pillars of Hercules, today's Strait of Gibraltar. Beyond this gateway stood a vast island, larger than Libya and Asia Minor combined. It wasn't isolated, it connected to other islands and even another continent, a detail that has fueled speculation for centuries. At the heart of Atlantis was a magnificent city built around a central hill. Legend says the sea god Poseidon surrounded it with alternating rings of land and water, creating a natural fortress. Bridges linked the circular islands, canals allowed ships to reach the city's center, and massive walls were covered with shining metals, including the mysterious orichalcum, a material ancient writers valued almost as highly as gold. But Atlantis wasn't famous for its wealth alone. Its true strength was its remarkable organization.
Vast fertile plains were divided into carefully planned agricultural districts supplied by an advanced network of irrigation canals. Roads connected distant settlements, forests provided timber, mountains supplied valuable minerals, and busy harbors welcomed merchants from across the known world. Even its military followed a highly organized system, with each district responsible for providing soldiers, horses, and ships. These extraordinary details make Atlantis different from most myths. Instead of focusing on magic or monsters, Plato described geography, engineering, politics, and economics with surprising precision. Even if Atlantis was fictional, it was imagined with incredible realism. However, as the civilization grew richer and more powerful, its rulers became consumed by greed and ambition. They sought to conquer neighboring lands, eventually challenging ancient Athens. According to Plato, the gods judged their arrogance, and in a single catastrophic day and night, earthquakes and floods swallowed Atlantis beneath the sea. Then, strangely, the story ends. Plato never completed Critias, leaving historians to wonder whether the ending was lost, unfinished, or intentionally left incomplete. For nearly 1,000 years, Atlantis faded into obscurity until the Renaissance revived interest in Plato's writings. Scholars, architects, and philosophers rediscovered the story and became fascinated by its detailed design. The city's concentric rings, canals, and perfect layout inspired architects across Europe who believed mathematical symmetry could create the ideal society. Even many designed and built perfectly planned cities, only to discover that beautiful geometry didn't always create practical places to live. In the 17th century, the legend took another dramatic turn. Jesuit scholar Athanasius Kircher became one of the first people to place Atlantis on a real map, locating it in the Atlantic Ocean. Although he had no archaeological evidence, his map transformed Atlantis from a philosophical story into a place people believed could actually be found. The search intensified during the 19th century, especially after archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann discovered the ancient city of Troy, a place many had dismissed as pure myth. If Troy had proven to be real, people wondered, could Atlantis also exist? This question inspired explorers, historians, and writers around the world. One of the most influential was American writer Ignatius Donnelly. In 1882, he published a book arguing that Atlantis wasn't simply a historical civilization, it was the source of nearly every ancient culture on Earth. According to Donnelly, similarities between Egyptian pyramids, Central American temples, flood myths, calendars, religious symbols, and ancient engineering all pointed to one forgotten civilization: Atlantis. His arguments fascinated readers. The book became an international bestseller. To many people, the evidence seemed persuasive. Different civilizations, separated by vast oceans, shared certain architectural ideas. Flood stories appeared across numerous cultures. Monumental stone construction existed on multiple continents. Perhaps, Donnelly suggested, these weren't coincidences. Perhaps they were memories. Today, archaeologists explain these similarities very differently. Human societies often solve similar problems in similar ways. Independent civilizations can develop comparable technologies without ever contacting one another. But in Donnelly's time, those explanations were far less understood. His book reignited a worldwide obsession. From that moment onward, Atlantis was no longer confined to philosophy classrooms. It entered popular culture. Explorers searched the Atlantic, divers investigated submerged ruins, newspapers reported astonishing discoveries. Every unusual underwater formation became a potential clue. Every mysterious island inspired fresh speculation. And with each new theory, Atlantis drifted further away from Plato's original story. It evolved into something much larger, not just a lost city, but a symbol of humanity's greatest unanswered mystery. Yet amid all the excitement, one strange detail from Plato's original description continued to receive surprisingly little attention. Everyone admired the famous circular city. Almost nobody looked beyond it, because hidden outside those iconic rings was another part of Atlantis, a massive engineered landscape whose purpose may have been even more remarkable than the city itself. And that overlooked detail may hold the strange secret people have been missing for centuries. So, what do you think? Was Atlantis a real civilization lost beneath the ocean, or was it Plato's greatest story ever told? Could its strange secret still be waiting to be discovered, or has the truth been hiding in plain sight all along? I'd love to hear your theory, so share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time, keep questioning the impossible.